So today we're going to gender-based violence. Okay, so gender-based violence is more about where one gender is weaker than the other and is more susceptible to violence. Okay, so this can be domestic violence, workplace violence, war violence. Okay, so we'll look into all these things today. Okay, so let's watch this video first.
Because I love you. I want to be your only guy.
Because I love you, skip class with me. Let's stay in bed today.
Because I love you, I just want to be with you so freaking much.
Because I love you.
I waited for you after Chem Lab.
You were walking with Mark?
Because I love you.
You shouldn't be hanging out with that dude.
You should know how dumb that makes me look.
I don't care if she's your lab partner.
Why do you have texts from him?
Because I love you. This number,
Delete.
Because I love you. This Jason number?
delete.
And Ben,
Delete.
because I love you, I should smash your phone.
I'll let you give me your password instead.
Because I love you.
I will check your texts every day.
You got lucky. Because I love you. Because I love you.
You think it's okay.
Because I love you. You understand.
Because I love you. You stopped talking to your classmates.
And you feel completely alone.
Because I love you. That's not love.
Okay, so violence against women is gender-based. Okay, so it does not occur to women randomly. Such violence is directed against women because they are women or affects women disproportionately. Okay, so most of it is it's affecting women. Okay, like just now the video that I show you about love. Okay, a lot of violence happens because the man claims that he loves her. Okay, so that is why he is somehow restricting her freedom. There's also a sort of violence. Violence doesn't just come from physical violence, it can also be mental violence. Okay, so the video just now shows us that violence actually can happen and in many forms. Okay, it can be mental, it can be physical violence, and even though restricting freedom can sometimes seem like, you know, just a normal thing, it doesn't seem like violence. Okay, controlling people, but actually it is also a form of violence. Okay, so why does this happen? Because women are seen as less important than men. Okay, lower than them, of less value than men in terms of politically, socially, economically and culturally. Okay, so in the past, both law and custom made women the property of men. Okay, this happened, I think, not so far in the past. Okay, probably like about 50, 60 or even 100 years ago, where men are allowed to have a lot of wives. Okay, um, if you look at the Chinese culture, men are allowed to have a few wives in the past, but of course now it is not like that anymore. Okay, and where women, when they get married, they take after the man's surname. Okay, making men feel like this is my property. Okay, so and actually this all these things, okay, that is culturally lah. All these things are still very much prevalent in today's society. We have not thoroughly eradicated that mindset yet. Okay, so in terms of political, you can also see that, you know, most leaders of countries are actually men. Okay, including Malaysia, okay, including US. Okay, there are a few that actually managed to break that glass ceiling, like Margaret Thatcher. Okay, then we also have socially as well. Okay, women are seen as less important. Okay, men actually calls the shots. Okay, and economically as well, most CEOs, okay, those who are sitting in higher managements, leaders in big corporate companies, they are normally men. And culturally, like what I described to you before, okay, women get married into the man family. Okay, so that makes them their wife. And if you can see, even in our language, like I now call you man and wife. Can you see that? So it's like as though women is made to complement men, okay, and it's the man's property. Okay, so this is why women often actually be affected with violence. Okay, and to what the main justification that they have is to keep women in their place and to assert male dominance, may call upon religious principles or cultural traditions. So why does all this happen? It is to keep women in their place so that they are always controlled, composed, okay, and they do what they are supposed to do. So this is gender-based violence, okay, and why it happens. Okay, so some people, they control their wife, their girlfriend, because they want to keep them in their place. Okay, they want to assert dominance. Okay, they want them to be obedient, to be submissive. Okay, so that is what the culture is all about. Okay, so even in Japan, right, the culture that is being portrayed is where women are very submissive to their husbands. You know, they listen to whatever their husbands tell them to do. Okay, so on and so forth. But if you go to Japan today, it is slowly changing already. Okay, not many women are that submissive anymore. I'm not saying that it's totally gone, yeah. So, but it is slowly changing. But although it is slowly changing, you can see that women are the ones that will make sacrifice for the family. So most Japanese women, they actually resign after they have a child and they stay at home to take care of their child, because childcare in Japan is very, very, very expensive. So men are still the breadwinners of the family, and women are still the caretaker of the family. So this is what is happening culturally. Okay, so there are a few types of gender violence, like I told you before. It's not just physical, but it could also be mental. So we have physical, we have sexual, we have psychological, and we even have economic violence. We will look into each category, okay, after this. So let's look at physical violence. Okay, if you can see, physical violence is where you slap, you hit, okay, you cause injury to the woman. So this is what we call physical violence. Okay, sexual violence is where you rape, non-consensual sex, okay, where you force your wife to have sex with you, your girlfriend to have sex with you, okay, you force them to get pregnant for you, or they force them to have an abortion, force them to get married with you, okay, like forced marriages, child brides, female genital mutilation. All these are sexual violence. Okay, so any kind of violence that involves sexual, we call it sexual violence, and it can actually happen outside of marriage, boyfriend girlfriend relationship. It can happen in marriage, inside marriage, where the man forced the woman to get pregnant, okay, to have sex with him. Okay, and it could also happen during war. Okay, that's why there's war rape. Okay, then we also have, yeah, incest, also another one. Okay, then we have psychological violence. Okay, sometimes also referred as emotional violence. Okay, so it involves actions that will actually impair the woman's psychological integrity. So this one I will explain more detail, because this is something new to us. Okay, okay, for example, threatening. Okay, threatening the woman. Okay, uh, it could be through words or action, like stalking, displaying weapons. These are all psychological violence. Okay, it could also be harassment in the workplace, humiliating and insulting comments. Okay, isolation and restricting communication. They don't allow you to go, leave home, do not allow you to contact people. Okay, your friends, ask you to quit your job. Okay, do not allow you to see a doctor. All these are psychological violence. Okay, then we can, and another one will be use of children, by use of children by a violent to intimidate his partner. Okay, so actually force the children to watch, okay, attack the children. Okay, all these are psychological violence. So the man did not actually hurt the woman physically, but use other things to hurt her. Okay. Then last but not least, we have economic violence. Okay, it is used to deny and control a woman's access to resources, for example, including time. I do not let you spend time watching TV. I do not give you money. I do not allow you to drive. I do not give you food or even clothing. All these are economic violence. They are more subtle, okay, because it could be just stopping you from working. It could be excluding you from making financial decisions. So whatever decisions are made by the man and man only, he does not share and discuss with you. If we hold any money or financial information, it's also a type of economic violence. Like let's say they borrow money, okay? They do not tell you. They have a lot of money. They also do not discuss and share this information with you. Okay, refuse to pay bills, don't want to pay bills. Okay, don't want to pay electricity bills, phone bills, internet bills, whatever, or maintenance for her or the children. Okay, and destroying jointly owned asset. Okay, so all these are economic violence. Okay, we have 4 here, as you can see today. We have physical violence, we have sexual violence, we have psychological violence, and we have economic violence. Okay, so there are so many news report that we can see where women are being abused. Okay, like serve husband like first class prostitutes, denying husband's sex is abuse. This is said by a Malaysian MP. Authorities to investigate 11-year-old's marriage to Malaysian man. I think we have heard this many times. 12, 13, 14 years old marrying men 45, 48, 50 years old. Okay, so all these are a form of violence. All right, so any questions about gender-based violence? Any questions about gender-based violence? No, can understand. Okay, so okay, the infographic, I believe some people had some questions. Okay, so okay, so actually lesson 2, that means the next half an hour, I'm done with gender equality already. So for the next hour, the rest of this class, you're supposed to work on your infographic assignment. Okay, but I want to show you some examples, okay, from the past intake, how they actually created their posters. Okay, so many have asked me, oh, is it vertical, horizontal? Okay, all this is up to you. I'm not restricting you from using your creativity to create anything. So as long as it is an infographic, okay. So this is an example of an infographic, child prostitution and trafficking. I think it's okay. It's not bad. It's not great. I'm not saying that it's great. It's not bad. This group scored 8 lah. Okay, so it's not too bad. Okay, it is short, it is clear, okay, and it is straight to the point, but can be better. Okay, so use more images, use more percentages, less words. Okay, use more yeah, like I said, pictures, emojis. Okay, use shorter words. Okay, I show you one that is very this one here. This one here is too wordy. Okay, not this one. This one here is too wordy. Can you see? Infographics, right, is whereby once you look at that, you know what is the main point. You don't have to go and read it like an essay or a passage. This one has too many words. Okay, they should actually put the images bigger. Okay, can you see? It's like when I see this, like forced marriage and child brides, right, what is the first thing that you can actually gain from this infographic, or what kind of information are you able to obtain immediately? Like for this one, right, when I look at this, I know that, oh, 99% of children, okay, there's about 1 to 2 million. Where is it? Oh, I know that it's Thailand, Cambodia, India, Brazil, Mexico, that is more prevalent. Okay, what's the impact? I can see immediately physical, emotion, and relation. Okay, like why and how also a bit fuzzy. So make sure you have more of this and less of all this. This one is okay. Okay, but when it comes to down here, wow, so long, cannot see. Okay, too much already. This one as well. Can you see? It's like a passage. It's like a brochure. It's not an infographic. Okay, so this one is too much. This one is nice. Okay, war rape. Okay, courses also a bit too much already, but it could be better. Okay, oh, 62% of women are raped every war. 12% of men are raped every war. So I can see. Okay, I can see. Oh, there's rape by numbers. Okay, the highest one, as you can see, is World War II. Wow, a lot of people got raped here. What's the effects? Okay, I can see all this. So it must be clear lah. It cannot be too wordy. Okay, use all this to guide you in creating the infographic. Okay, so you will be presenting it in the next class already, which is Friday. So you can do it like them. You have your infographic here, and then you paste your YouTube link here. Okay, I think it's the same for every group. Okay, let me see whether I have other